I'm Admiral StarQuest, and this is the opening rounds of the Admirals Cup. Thank you for joining us. A lot of exciting matchups, and we're going to watch them all here on Jimmy Vision and Jimmy Vision Twitch TV. Alright, now let's take a look at the opening brackets, shall we? Get Botched was a no-show, so campaign play automatically advances. Alright, let's get strapped in for our first match. Chrono Mansa versus Vicious Kid. Alright, both are in play where we have Chronos Mansa moving from field position. Vicious Kid deploy in place. The infantry duel is afoot. Let's see what these gentlemen do here. Vicious Kid spreading out. One holler. Chrono Mansa in the same. Slight delay because of his movement, but we'll see how he fares. They're passing each other there. Got a nick of his base. Cat and mouse action here. Oh, see, now this is interesting. He pulled back to take care of that guy, but that's going to cost him on the other side as far as getting his scout flanking on the right. So that was a good run for Vicious on that part. Try to work his way past that. He's manually controlling that there. Getting some flamethrowers in place. He's in it. He's getting close. He can feel the base. He's not seen yet. Just a little hit on the construction yard. He's got the gist of it though. Meanwhile, good block there. Control fire. Buggies will swing those flamethrowers up. This Mansa has a good idea. Vicious Kid has a basic idea where he's at. Buggies are on the foot. Chrono Mansa looking to get control of that center using base. Vicious Kid starting to rally up. He's got an open match here. He's going to press. Take some shots at that refinery so he can take that down. Get that down, that's going to be huge. One buggy, two buggies. Three buggies fall, five come home. But he set him back quite. He got the holler and the factory refinery there. That was key. Chrono Mansa was going to try to press that, but he thought better of it. It cost him a buggy to pull out of that one. He's got a turret going now. But with the loss of a refinery and a turret, now he has his second airstrip down. 1, 2, 3. Vicious forming up. Likes the open field. Likes to have room to maneuver. If he keeps his fight in that range, he'll be doing very well. I see tanks on the board now. Chrono Mansa's moving up. Tried a combination of infantry, buggies, and tanks. Vicious is an expert with these buggies. He knows exactly what to do. Take out the soft units. Get concentrated fire. Quantified killing power. One tank down, one buggy down. Two buggies. Tank wounded. Buggies there. Two tanks and a buggy. He's going to try to pull back, but that tank's not going to make it. He's in the fodder troops. Press the attack now. Moving up into the fields. Mansa's not wanting to let that one go. What do we have over here? His yacht is sold, so he's going to do a hard push now. Almost, but not quite. He decided to withdraw. Meanwhile, Connors is moving a lone tank. And he's going down here for the... Oh, what did we miss? What did we miss? Yacht is sold. Hold on, let's go back and take a look at that. I didn't see that. Alright. So he goes for this wharf, hauling facility here. Refinery. Leaves those two tanks behind. He's almost got it, but he decides to withdraw. And he makes a southern push. Yes, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 buggies in position. He decides not to wait. Sells his yard. Vicious Kid is going to take this POW out. Soft target. Starting to regroup. Pushes back. He's going to go straight through his base. Looking to see if there's anything he can do. Well, so withdrawal on another soft spot. Using the speed and mobility. He's going to go for that other power plant. Leaving one power plant for no yard. So Bulls contenders sold their yards. Vicious forming up. Kronos Bouncer is going to try a combined assault here. Turrets are going up. Oh, wait, I'm wrong. I didn't see that. Vicious has not sold his yard. I could have sworn I saw this. Mistake. Alright, so he still has the yard advantage. He's knocked down some production. Holding the center. This is going to go poorly. We've got a holla that just didn't make it in the timing with the infantry. That whole group was decimated. We have something going on in the north. Hold on, let's go back. Look at that in a second. Yes, there's two turrets there, if I recall. Let's go back and check that out. Yes, so he put the double turrets there before he did his withdrawal here. So he's withdrawing back. Hanomansa. Let's see what he does here. Still producing. Tanks rallying up here. Vicious Kid is regrouping. Now he's starting to form up for double assault here. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's going straight against buggies against turrets. That's bad. He's got a pretty good idea they're there. The other side did not do that, but he sent his other group in. The haulers dragging behind. This is where that group's in. You just get overwhelmed. This group sits. Timing was just slightly off. You can't make mistakes. Not with this Vicious Kid, that is. He's already done the numbers. He's crunched it. He's not pulling back. He's using his turret support. And he mopped that group up nicely. Over here, he did take a turret down. Hard press from Vicious, hitting those peripheral troops, trying to thin them out. Kronos Bouncer trying to consolidate fire. Vicious doing his trademark pull back regroup. Duck and weave, duck and weave. I like it. Let's see. Right. So, making some headway, but the buggies just have too big of an advantage. Too mobile. Too much concentrated fire. Just picking off those infantry. Here come the reinforcements. There's some movement in the north. Looks like he's going to try a double push. But there's some buggies in support now. Vicious keeping a lid on both sides at once. Gonna reinforce this north here. It's looking good. It's looking good. And he's gonna knock out, it looks like, another wall facility, or a hauling facility with the hauler. That's gonna hurt. Good amount of infantry moving up. He's at a severe disadvantage. That group stalls. And that's the power. Oh, that's going to be crippling. Production is now officially slowed. This group is going to get rounded up, summarily executed. Brutal. Very brutal. He's trying, but it's just too much. Vicious has this well contained. Nothing going on in the north, so he can just focus on this. He's sorted that out. Panamansa seeing the field. Trying one last maneuver here. Really had a difficult time getting the attacks coordinated. You cannot, like I said before, emphasize this enough. You cannot make mistakes with Vicious. Vicious Kid will pick you apart. This is his game. This is what he loves. Open maneuvering. Concentrated. He's got some flamethrowers in there, and there goes the sellout. And that will be a wrap. So round one goes to Vicious Kid. Alright, moving on to round two. Vicious Kid versus Chronomancer. Standard deployment for both. Chronomancer. Power plant down. A haul from the north. Vicious from the south, it looks like. Nice, they're nearing each other so far. The infantry recon duel begins. Placing the stoppers. Each other. Looks like these two might be passing each other. Another one able to peek into the other. Oh, there's a nice little three-man zone stopper. Whereas Chronomancer is putting two Fuego troops to do the job. Stopped one there. Very tricky maneuvering. I like it. And as close as you're going to get with infantry. Vicious stopping on his side. He is now into the tip. He sees that there's a airstrip down. They've now become pretty clear on where they're going. Probably got a good idea what each one's doing. Thank you, darling. Thank you. My lovely assistant. helping me out here on the opening rounds of the Admirals Cup. And we now have some action here in the middle. Vicious looking to secure his middle harvester. Monster looking for an overmatch. It's just playing it safe. Doing a detainment action. Monster is definitely getting a good amount of kills in here. He's applying the pressure first. He's taking the initiative. I like that. But now he's starting to get overwhelmed. Vicious is a very tough cookie to try to sneak in like that. Oh, he's got a turret down. Well, that's interesting. Let's check the production. 1, 2. Oh, and we have a probe attack trying to take that hollow out. Will it be enough? Vicious is on it. He has to withdraw. He's using that as a feint to try to mask his movements over here in the south, but Vicious is on it. He sees it. He's formed up to cover both sides now. And when he has a turret in the middle, he can't leave anything to get through here. Expanding rapidly to the north there. Got a defensive line. Rushing up there to the north to make sure that that doesn't get compromised. Congress has a slight over. He's pulled back. Manta is looking to form up from both sides, see what he can do here. He's overwhelmed in the south. He's pulling back. So he's going to try to press over here, see if he can find a soft spot. Vicious is right on him now. With a fewer numbers, should have enough to slow things down and save those hollows. Yes, and he's reinforcing now, so just buying a little time. Monster now bringing in tanks. Gonna try that concentrated fire, heavy fire. Better armor. Pardon me. It's heating up here in the north. Looks like a little something in the south there, but Vicious is basically just focusing right here because this is where it's at. There's not a lot of movement just yet. Now he's using heavy armor in the south. This group, not quite as effective as I think he would have hoped. Vicious got in there with enough buggies. Overwhelmed that group. He's going to clear it out. So, Kano's Mansa is now going to try to clear some turrets, maybe. Vicious sees the movement. He's reinforcing with buggies. And pressing. You see some red down there. Yep, he's going for his hollows. Going for this ore refinery there. He's going to get that. That's going to slow down the distance. Retreats north. While wrapping up his south. Hanomansa answering back, trying to find a angle of attack here. Now Vicious is going to press from both sides. Kanomansa's got the better up over here. He's cleaning that up nicely. Vicious will withdraw. But press in the north, so... Ooh, soft target. Takes a little poke at him. Duck and weave, duck and weave. Now regrouping in the center. 3-point action plan here. Alright, there's a small battle group here in the south. Ugh, look at that. Massive trikes coming in. He's looking to do some killing. Maybe he uses his base cripplers. This group sitting idle. Suddenly, oh, they're on the move now. got a vicious kid on his north, so he's going to press his south. Hope this group can hold. See what they're doing. Yes, he's got the overmatch for the moment. Vicious brings in more buggies to support. Switches his building down to that airstrip, reinforcing that automatically. Then rediverts his attention over here to the north. He's going to swing around. Look for position, maybe get him to split and run past him. It's a little more even than he likes, so he'll take it to the south. Who can converge faster? Notice Master did a nice job converting there, but there's a red force to his south. Vicious is pushing that southern base now. Nice job though. Chronomancer held that nicely. Now he's going for the middle while trying to cover his southern expansion. See what happens. Oh, there's turrets now, but Vicious has great field positioning. He's now secured the north part of the map and the heavy Tiberian reserves there. That's going to be key. He's going to lose that middle group there, but he's holding the north. Chronomancer trying to secure his southern Tiberian field. Pressing up. He's pressing into the soft side. There's a turret there now. Oh, interesting. Hit from both sides. 4 buggies have slipped through the wire. They're sitting there. They're sitting there. Meanwhile, in the north, he's trying to take that footing out of play, but Vicious has just got too much coverage. Turret support, there's no chance. So he switches to the south. 4 buggies still sitting there. Can't help but feel that this was some sort of missed opportunity. Could be doing some damage on those soft targets. Not that those refineries matter, but maybe the power, maybe the yard. Maybe wait for the next big engagement and see if you can get in there. There's too much massed up, so... yeah, that might have split up the Vicious local reserves. The north, he's holding fine. Now Chronomancer is trying to reinforce, hold his footing in the south. He can't lose that. Oh, but he's jammed up the hauling. He's got the refinery down. He's got a turret in place. Looks like Vicious is now going to try to secure the southern part of the map. The second untapped Tiberian field. And he's knocking him back. He's got 2 turrets in. He's got reserves. Seems that he's pinching him in the north there from both sides. He'll lose that, but he's diminished that group. Well securing the southern flank. Well done, sir. Well done. This is decisively another tactical deployment extravaganza. No fast infantry rush on this one. This is a grueling grudge match. 2 expert players. He's pretty much got it sealed up now. He's got that hollow to attack. He secured north and south Tiberian fields. It's just a matter of time. He did enough damage. Chronomancer's not going to be able to get enough units on the field to make any real headway here. Let's see where this is going on the south. But all this help, what do we do, Captain? Oh my. Sounds good. Got to get some money in. Ah, the sell-off is at hand. He knows. And that's a wrap. Alright, so Vicious Kid advancing. Chronomancer eliminated. Next up is the Black Templar and B-Loser in the second matchup of the Admirals Open, round 1. Brought to you, of course, by Jimmy Vision. Let's get to it. It's the Black Templar versus the loser in our next exciting matchup. Alright, here we go. Templar moving to better position. The loser. Deploying, where is that? Infantry are afoot. Let's see how they see it. Spread it out nicely. Snaking out. Pretty equal there. Going across some empty spots here. I was quite fortunate though, right there. Caught that just in time. I saw space is low, I know. Get out of here. Alright, we have buggies on the field. Templar. Not deployed his airstrip. There it goes. He's in. He sees it. Tip of that. He's got a good idea where his general base is running now. Templar's in the peripherals of B-Loser's base. It's anybody's game. Alright, look at that. He's sold his yard, going with a massive early push. This is Monkey is a very challenging map for this. We'll see how this goes. He's got an undefended south flank here. Going straight for the production. He will take the holler. Turret goes up. Infantry are now in position screening. This push is already getting convoluted. Look at that, he's getting stretched out. He's taking torrential fire. He's getting to the yard though. That yard is sold. So, light power. But that's a lot of torrential fire. Look at that. Look at that. Templar shredding him in and out. He's pulling back now. He knows that's no good. He's hoping to regroup over here. Yes, he's going to try to regroup, but Templar pushing back on him. He's going to chase him. Will he be able to consolidate and get him straggling in? We'll see. There's a lot of units incoming. Templar was busy as well. Massing up quickly. He's got an overmatch there. Infantry have caught up. B-Loser heading home. Trying to regroup, see what he can do here. As you can see, he's emptied out. Templar has emptied out his backfield. He's nothing in the back now. It's do or die time. He's got a lot of infantry. He's got an overmatch. B-Loser has a blocking force, but nothing over here. These infantry are getting through. He's got some flamers in there. That's holding. It takes a good amount out there, but there's quite a few buggies. Good position as the infantry stream in. He's left a slight rear guard to deal with the bulk of the blue forces left. Now he's concentrating on the... and that's a sell-off. And it's over. There you have it. And let's move right into the next match. Alright. Spiral of Doom. Traditional start points, it looks like. Templar goes south. He loses going north. See if he goes with a more tempered approach this time. Infantry are moving on both sides. Let's take a look at what they're looking at. And he's going for the upper spice field. I mean Tiberian field, sorry, I'm old school. Everything is really spice. If you're as old as I am. Some of you will know what I'm talking about.
Construction complete. Building. Construction.
We have some units passing each other.
Building.
Both are operating good recon. They haven't found each other yet. Oh, there we go. Got some blockers there. Now let's see. Templar trying to fight his way in. But there's decent blocking coverage. They're both going to be limited for now. First airstrip is down. Beluz has an airstrip down. Yes, he's definitely going with a more conservative approach this game.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, moving out.
Unit ready.
Right.
Building.
Sneaking out. Oh, looks like
Moving out. Acknowledge.
Reinforcements.
looks like Templar snuck in a trike on us there.
Ready. Building.
He's into the cookie jar.
Reinforcements have arrived.
He's got him lit up now. The loser is going to be working at a disadvantage here. Might be worth it to put a buggy on there. Try to slip in there before he gets too formed up. He's not going to try this yet. Here comes the first press. Cannon fodder civilians down. Templar getting the flamethrowers on those buggies. Oh, that's bad. Look at that. Oh, he's doing a lot of damage here. He's doing an outstanding job dominating the central point. Loser will flank to the left. Templar's got a force there. Nice. Buggy for buggy. Presses up. Now reinforcing. He's got the overmatch. He's chasing those units out. Withdrawing in the north here. Those are outstanding. Those guys need a beer. Virtual little beer for the virtual little guys there. They did outstanding. Right. The soft spot going for the refinery. Take the overmatch while he's got it. The loser pressing back. Meanwhile, he's also got a group up there in the north. This is getting bogged down. Ooh, that's nice though. The loser's got good position there for a second. Picked off some flamethrowers. But Templar's hitting back in the south hard. Loser beat back that northern front, now converging on the south. Templar's got a lot of units rounded up there though. Oh, he's pulling them back now. Well, he gets another strike group up in the north. He loses trying to address the problem. But he's getting stretched out there. Oh, look at that. That's just pure positioning. It's a perfect overmatch. Those are going to get shredded. Meanwhile, though, the loser pushing to try to stop this southern progression. Templar putting down some infantry. He's going to shoot it out. Bringing in some buggies from the back. Got a little reserves. His north is now secure. He's got a turret. Okay, so he's going to secure this. He's got that group locked up. So now look up in the north. You'll see he's making his move. He's got a buggy overmatch there. Lots of reserves here. He loses shipping. Oh, but there's now reinforcements. That's a bit of a shootout. You lose or use a turret, possibly. Oh, that unit is mine minimized. Not really getting those guys back in the fight. And that's giving Templar a great overmatch on both north and south now. Yes, he shredded that south, and now he's got the reinforcements bogged down as they come in. Just not going to be able to get enough concentrated fire. He's trying though. He's trying to hold his hauling while beating back both fronts, but Templar, nothing in the backfield. He's got some reserves. He's all the way down south now, completely containing V-Loser over here. Turret goes up, but even that can't hold. Now he's bringing in more reinforcements south. Gonna shift over there. So not a bad strategy. Keep the overmatch. Stay away from producing infantry so you can focus on targeting in the south. I like it. That group's got a little idle. They might be better off shooting at that, but you know, they're more of a containment at the moment, so they're doing their job. You still got the overmatch in the south, although V-Loser did get quite a few units in. He's fighting for dear life here. He sold his yacht. He's trying to produce the hell out of it. But I see that Templar has moved and is now progressing to the southern field. By his containment of him in the north there's no V-Loser that ever really got up to the top field, so now he's in the south. He's got containment in the north. Although he's getting overrun in the south, he's got two haulers there, so let's see what he does here. Definitely dominant north side. Look at this. He's going to cut that off right there. Slowing down production. Now he's got a barracks over there. Hand of nod. Bringing in backup. Securing. Got a turret in place. And V-Loser has to pull back. Now outgun north and south again. He's been fighting out of the box this whole game. Doing a hell of a job, but he's trying to mass up into something to make something happen here. Oh, no. He's committing seppuku. Very good, sir. He says, no, I will kill myself. Well, that was a decent battle group. Might have fought on a little bit more, who knows. But yeah, seppuku, I get it. And that's a wrap. So, Black Templar advances. V-Loser eliminated. The second group of matchups. The Admirals Cup 2021. Now for our third match. DM Raider versus Burn 15. Here we go. Burn is going to move aggressively for field position here. Well, DM Raider is backing up to the forest. Doing a very traditional opening GDI. Burn's still on the move. There's a lot of time. Moving close. He's going to be at a slight disadvantage here. Alright, he's deployed. You probably heard him deploy, so he's already aware there's something close to his north area, so he's going straight there. He's pretty much into it. Coming out of the box fighting. It's Nod versus GDI. Drops another hand of Nod, third hand of Nod. Meanwhile, DM Raider is getting in a nice position, fanning out. He's got his hauling going. Now Burn has the hauler going. He has 2 haulers now for DM Raider, so production's definitely in his favor. There's a lot of free money for the beginning. Burn can get a handle. He's pushing down. He's got another hand of Nod. That's 4 hands of Nods. He's producing quickly. That's 5. Trying to get right into the guts. Allowing him different locations. He's alternating his production. He's trying to clear those out in the north there, but there's a battle group. Oh, they've got that power. He sold his yarn. He said, this is it. I'm working with 1 hauler. I've got to push now. He's trying to rush out those infantry. Those flamethrowers. But a nice fan there. Very nice fan. It's going to be an uphill battle. He's trying to clear the north. Look at that line. He's good to go. Oh, look, there's a tech. There's a tech. He's making a run for it. There's 5 grenadiers. Oh, he makes it. By God, Burns. He just picked up a 2nd hauler. I mean, he's still got a lot of infantry on him, but that was something. That breathed life into his offensive. If I'm not mistaken, though, DM Raider still got the cash from it, although I'm not sure when that Burns up on money right now, so he must have got the money for that. Oh, there's a tech. Oh, nope. But he's still getting overwhelmed. And now DM Raider has sold his yard. He'll work with 2 refineries. He's got another tech going for it. He's going to try to steal back his property. And oh, Burn says no, denied. But he's still massing up grenadiers. Burn is getting some more flamethrowers, but he's looking a little overmatched here. Those grenadiers just have the range. So now DM is going after the refinery, keeping suppressive grenade fire on the incoming troops coming out. And that's 1 refinery down with the hauler. Ouch. Alright, so he's got some troops up there in the north. Burn is selling down, making a stab at it. It looks like this might be a wrap. Yep, he's selling. Oh, there's a tech. There's a tech, and he's going for it. And meanwhile, he must have been distracted because that tech makes it. But unfortunately, the hand of Nod goes down, not allowing him to really make use of anything. 1 hauler and 1 refinery, and it is over. Nice work, nice work. DM Raider, match 1. Alright, so moving on to the 2nd match now. Find that, pull that up. Still having some trouble with the downloads in the local game, but we'll figure it out next time. So just bear with us. Alright. So that was 623, so we want 628. Alright. This will be the 2nd match. Both moving aggressively. Heading towards center. Let's see where they stop. Alright. DM Raider stops past his first field while Burn has taken to the center, giving himself lots of space. They are moving right into each other with their bases, though. This is going to be a very aggressive bout, I think. Let's see what they see. Infantry beginning. Oh, there they are. Grenadiers. GDI versus GDI. I like the diversity from Burn here. Mixing it up. I don't know if he was on random or if he chose this, but got a nice fan there. Nice screening line. while DM Raider has some guys heading south. This is alright, he's got a pillbox or a machine gun station, but that didn't last long. He's pressing the south now. There's another machine gun turret. The only player? No, it doesn't look like it. It's mighty close, but it's not just one grenade short. Well, he's got a group going for the power, that's good. Slows production down, I like it. DM Raider, now without power. This is the time to push on him. He's got his South Gear. It looks like he's got 2 hollers to 1 holler. There's a big group moving up there on the top. Tossing grenades around all day over here in the middle. He's screened it pretty well. Baron trying to make some progress. He's got him down to 1 barracks now. He's going for that other. Oh, there's no. That power supply is definitely crippled. Alright, so. Yards have been sold. This is going to be very tight. Very tight indeed. 2 hollers to 1 holler. Baron has the advantage of having power, so if he gets the money in, he can get him out quicker. He's pushing hard, but I see DM Raider has brought his holler into it. He's going to use his holler as an offensive weapon here. Oh, an effective one at that. He just cleared him out. Wow. Nice work. He's got 2 infantry to no infantry. Baron's got some money. He'll get those in. Oh, but that holler is just doing some serious damage up there. It's keeping those guys crushed before they can even get a grenade out. Money's a problem. Now DM Raider is the overmatch. He's selling down. Oh, it's so close. So close. Wow. That came down to a couple units and a holler. That's how tight the Admirals Cup is. That's how tight. And that'll be a wrap. DM Raider advances. Baron 15 eliminated. I'm excited. Peasy and Tygo. Tygo, a player I've never played against. Don't know much about him. But this should be an exciting match, I think. We're going to find out. Peasy, as you know, a calm and calculated player. Cool under pressure. One of the best. The best. The few. Proud. Alright. That's not it. Come on now. Let's get into it. There we go. Alright, first match. Green Acres. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Let's see what we've got. Alright. Peasy. On the move. Tygo. Deploying straight away. Peasy looking always for the best field position on any given map. He'll give up time for position. This is his trademark. Or his calm, cool, and collective personality, you know. Tygo getting some infantry out. Peasy's gonna get some infantry out right away before he even starts a holler on this one. It's a bit of a jolt, so better safe than sorry. Got a nice defensive ridge line here. The infantry duel begins. He's got that covered. Oh, yeah, yes. Fuego duel. Control fire. Look at that. Peasy moving up. Ooh, trying to get the angle on him. Doing some control fire himself. Look at that masterful use of distance there. Tygo's gonna pull that guy back. Is he doing a sweep to the right here? Some tit for tat so far. Tit for tat. Both showing expert use of controls. Oh, look at that. One holler. And he's going into production. He's a very aggressive sort. He's going to keep pressing the infantry, but this is a moot point. Those buggies are going to sweep those guys off the map. 4 buggies up. What do we have over here? Ooh, pretty light. Pretty light. He's going straight for him. Highly aggressive. That's minigunners versus buggies here. Looking to cripple his power. It's close. It's going to be close. He's getting a good amount of minigunners. Nice screening formation. Tygo gets the power plant. But oh, look at that. PZ's right on that. He saw that coming. He said no problem. Production isn't even touched. Tygo having to pull back. He's got a lot of damaged buggies. The infantry screen is working well. Oh, but look at that. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh my goodness, I didn't even see that. This guy is balls to the walls over here. Wow, that is aggressive. I don't think even PZ saw that one. All of a sudden there's just a mountain of buggies up there. He's got a nice infantry screen, but he's going to try to move around looking for the soft spot. But PZ is just a cucumber, man. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Cuts him off at the pass. He says, not on my watch. Tygo regrouping. He's starting to run a little empty on the tank now. One holler. He's trying to amass enough to break through, but this is a pretty... He's thinking, no, I'll take him into here and hopefully knock off some of these from the Tiberium, but PZ's going to go ahead and use this ridgeline to his advantage. He's going for the southern flank. No, he's going to go straight. Oh, he says no. I'm going for the jugular. I got the advantage over here. I'm going to take it. Meanwhile, he's got a hold. Lose that, but he's got 2 turrets up. Ooh, this is going to be tight. He's got to wipe. They're both trying to wipe each other out before they can do anything about it. Tygo going for the yard. PZ says, that's fine. I need those minigunners anyway. I just got to hold you. Just got to hold. Tygo looked like he got a little distracted there. Didn't get his concentration fire on fast enough because he's probably trying to maneuver and do 2 things at once here. It's just impossible. Oh, and it's now minigunners to Fuego troopers. Oh, that's all that needs. Oh, and he's got his reserve buggies. This match is over. What an outstanding defensive hold. Just amazing screening of the minigunners. Great stuff. This is what the Admirals Cup is all about. The best of the best. My God. That was a great match. I like Tygo's style, though. Highly aggressive. Just came right after him. I know your name. I know your reputation. Let's see if you could handle this. Well, he could. All right, let's see what adjustments both players are going to make now. In the second match, the Admirals Cup. This is best of 3. What do we have? Duality, 3.6, 6 minutes and 26 seconds. Now, this next match is going to go a little longer. This should be interesting. All right. Never seen this map. Tygo deploying right away. PZ moving down. Not sure what the field advantage is on this one because I don't know the map that well. But Tygo getting some infantry out. Let's see how they're... PZ says, I didn't move that far. I'm going to go ahead and start with the refinery, get the money going. Looks like Tygo's doing some type of flanking scout here. I like that. Looking to avoid detection. Easy, more direct. Let's see which one gets to see who first. Infantry duel is afoot. Infantry duel is afoot. How's PZ doing?
Building.
Lighting up that center. Cold and calculated.
Building.
He seems to be bypassing. Oh, he's going to make it. The little guy made it. My God, that worked out. Look at that. I like that. Oh, he's in the knicker drawer. He's in the knicker drawer. He's getting into the pastries. Oh, he's on the panties now. He's looking for the soft lace and stuff. See if he can take that power plant out with 2 infantry and get a jump on this game. He's not panicking. He sends just enough to do what needs to get done. Meanwhile, pressing. He's into the penny drawer up here. Pretty tit for tat so far. There's the first. Both of them moving pretty equally right now. But you can see the adjustments made here. Tygo is not messing around this time. He says, all right, I need to be a little more cautious of that initial rush. Make sure I have enough units. Get those buggies out. Both producing buggies. Peasy's starting to work this ridge line here. He likes that. Looks like he's going to expand over here. That's going to leave him a little exposed. Should be interesting. Now look at that. He had a little fuego. Other than that, constantly putting pressure. First buggy on buggy hate crimes will begin. Both jockeying for better position. It's pretty even so far. Taking some shots. Neither wanting to fully commit yet. Oh, there's a turret up. Now this is an interesting thing because look, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hollows. He's got 5 hollows. It's already different than last game. Staying south of that turret though. Turret's a little out of range, but I guess he doesn't want him flanking over there towards his yard. He's taking some damage. Easy holding his own right now. All red buggies starting to overwhelm him though. He's making good use of this space, exposing the vulnerability of those hollows. Like a reversal of last game. Ooh, he's got 1 hollow down. Yikes. Now that's a little different. He's gonna really hammer production this time. He does not want to get overwhelmed. Keeping a highly aggressive stance, working in between the turrets, not engaging either one directly as he has to, while filtering in, keeping the pressure on him, while building freely. He's got no worries because Peasy's really on his back foot here. Oh, he's going for that out. That's going to slow his production. Oh no! Don't go in there! Oh my God! My God! 2 hollows down. That's bad. Peasy's picking it up though. He's got the minigunners on the field now. Working a tight defense here. Getting the turrets in place with another turret. Slowing down. Look at, he's just massing these up now. These 2 hollows up on him. Doing a great job of keeping the pressure in the middle here. Easy doing his trademark turret defense. Nice combinations. I like his Tygo's use though, regrouping and keeping the pressure. He's never really letting off much. He pulls back to regroup, but now he sees 2 turrets there. He's starting to avoid that now. Oh, look at this. This is a soft spot. And he's going for it. He's got a turret down, but oh, those are soft targets. That's quite a numeric advantage he has. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he sold his yard. He's going for a hard push for here. He smells blood in the water. Tygo smells blood in the water. He's going to work this down here. Bypassing this strong defense this time. 3 hollows down. My God, this is getting ugly. Oh, he's just inside that now. He's really just making quick work of it. He's getting infantry out there. Oh, Peasy had to sell his yard. No more turret support there. He's got the overmatch here, so those minigunners just can't get enough footing to do enough damage before they're dead. Peasy's getting some units on the board here, but he's definitely slowed down. Meanwhile, Tygo is untouched. He's just kept so much pressure on him. He hasn't worried about his base. Instead of a Fuego Trooper. Otherwise, he's got this totally contained. And PZ says, you've got this one. Alright, that's you. Haha, my bad. I underestimated you. Outstanding. Wow. So, 1 and 1. Wow. Great adjustments on Tygo's part. I must say, this is what the Admirals Cup is all about. Right, let's find that third match now. Wow, really love it. Tournament, middle cap, 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Alright, people. Alright, again. Peasy looking for field position. Tygo quick to get in it and just get deployed. He's going to use the sweet spot ridge there. See how conservative. Oh, if he switches up and goes ultra aggressive here. Get his infantry out. He's going straight for the money. He's not too worried about it. He didn't move too far. He knows this is a big map. To just see how these guys see. Like, I'm in the middle already. I know this is the area that counts. Ooh, look at that. Tygo sneaks through. Oh! He's past him. Will they catch him? No. He's in the nick of straw. He sees everything. Oh, that was a nice run. Look at that. Peasy's starting to get his scouts out. Tygo just gets a clean look. He can see everything he needs to see. He knows exactly what's going down now. This should be interesting. He's now directing towards this area. Not a lot of... This is the key part. See, and... this should be interesting. This is what it's going to come down to. Who can get the better footing? He's much more conservative. He's got 3 haulers going. But I like Peasy's positioning on his haulers better because they just are faster. It's going to equate to more units out on the field quicker. He's really trying to get that base out there. Doesn't want to get left behind. Peasy's in the knicker draw. That's it. He sees it. He knows where you're at now.
New construction options. Building.
3. Oh, we got a bullsaw deploying their airstrips. Both working their way into the ultimate confrontation, which looks like it's going to be here. Tygo has buggies on the field. Peasy has buggies on the field. Tygo grouping up, pushing up into that area there. But so is Peasy. Oh, and Peasy's got his, that's going to be equate to minigunners. I'd say this is the advantageous. We'll see how it goes here, but... yeah, he's rounding up. They're both rounding up. Look at that. Oh, he's got a turret on the field. Ooh, and Tygo, interesting call, throwing another hauler and refinery right there in the mix into the turret range. See, I don't think that's going to work out well for him. Once Peasy gets set into a defensive range, oh, look at this. He's going to put the pressure on. He's got turret support. He can pull back. He's not wasting a minute. He's got a second group moving in. Just starts getting that. Oh, that hauler made it out. That's good. He's hurting though. Peasy says, that's it. You're not hauling here, buddy. Tygo, trying to get enough forces, but that's 3 turrets. I mean, what are you going to do? He's going to have to retreat this. This isn't going to make it. Peasy's not going to allow it. Pulls back, he's right on it. Keeping the pressure on Tygo this match. Tygo grouping up, trying to find a way, looking for an answer, but Peasy's getting well set over here. Even though he's got 3 turrets, he still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 haulers. Tygo's only got 3, and they're not optimal. Those 2 really are going to cost him. He's got 2. He's going to do a hard push. He's giving up that area. He knows it. He's got to make something happen here. Interesting, calm communications station there. I like that idea because, you know, if you start getting into trouble, you can sell it. Both get money and, I don't know, 5 infantry or something. All right, now he's going for looking for the saw. He's going to go flank him. Peasy's going to press. Peasy's pressing up. He says, no, come back this way. Tygo, I get it, man. Light on the base there. You have no defenses. That first game you made that mistake and he got you. Crushed your base. He said, I don't want to make this fight here, but I've got to. So I've got to do it or it's just gonna be overrun. This is rough. I got a good number of buggies there, but expert defense system. Peasy is just great. He sells a turret, uses the infantry, while dropping another turret to rinse, not really losing any firepower. He's gaining ground on him. He still can sell this at any time. Get Fuego tanks if he needs them. Calm, cool, and collective. Look at that. Tygo's got to figure out what he's going to do here. He's regrouping. Peasy says, well, you're regrouping. I'll just pick these guys off. Tygo's thinking about it. He's just out of money. Oh, and that's it. That is it. Tygo falls. Peasy moves forward in the first round of the Admirals Cup. My God, I love it. Special thanks to Denku for his outstanding tournament administration. It's just been thrilled to work with him. Love it. Of course, Jimmy Vision and Articon and all the guys who signed up and who are playing this. Outstanding work, gentlemen. I can't wait to see more. Our next match is AOD Gaming versus Critical Meds. And these guys are good friends and great rivals. They've been practicing against each other. We're going to highlight some of those games later this week. But these are the games, the tournament, the final deciders. There's a big build-up with this match. There's a lot of excitement here. These are two solid players, know each other well. So let's see how they start off. All right. Looks like AOD is doing a straight deployment. Critical mass is moved. Center of the map. AOD getting grenadiers out quickly.
Construction complete.
Ready and waiting.
New
Got
construction options.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting. You got it.
Building.
Recon underway.
Ready.
Moving out.
Building.
Take a
Construction
look at what these
complete.
guys are up to here.
Yes, you got it. Reporting. Knowledge. Roger.
Construction complete.
Reporting. Roger. Reporting.
Building.
Affirmative.
AOD getting eyes out.
Reporting. Got it. Yes, sir. Right away. Roger. Yes, sir. Right away. Yes, sir.
Unknown if you heard how close he was or not.
Unit ready.
There's critical
Building.
meds.
Got it.
Unit
Two hovers
ready.
down.
You got it.
Building.
He's starting to get spread out.
Unit ready. Construction complete.
We
Building.
have our first
Roger. Yes, sir.
sighting.
Construction
Oh, and he's in.
complete.
He sees the base. He knows where
Moving out. Waiting order.
AOD is at now.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting. Got it. Yes, sir.
He probably already had a good idea, but now he's for sure.
Roger.
AOD putting up a screening line.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, sir. Wait away. Affirmative. Reporting.
Both looking to get situated.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Yes, you got it.
Unit ready.
Looks like he might sneak somebody through
Building.
there.
Moving out.
Unit
Yep.
ready.
He's in.
Reporting. Got it, sir. Yes, moving out. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
The mod dash.
Building.
Reporting.
Straight through.
Right away, sir. Roger. Moving out.
Unit
Gonna get a
lost.
good peek right here.
Primary building selected. Building.
Ready and waiting. Yes.
Construction complete.
Critical meds is
Unit lost.
seeing where AOD's base is. He's on the attack. Already putting the pressure on with grenadiers.
Unit ready. Building.
Successfully taken down. The barracks there. Looking to maneuver around here. Ooh, going for the power. Distracting the hauler. Taking some attention, but not too much. The hauler's not offline for very long. 4 refineries now.
Reporting. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
It's going to be a very interesting match. Just probing each other right now. Like I said, these guys know each other very well. Ooh, we have a tank on the board. AOD looking to get out there. This is a slight disadvantage, I'd say, for the hauling at the moment. I like this, what critical meds did up here. This is interesting. Oh, he's using an APC. Oh, interesting. There's a couple of APCs versus 2 tanks. What's he going to do here? He's got a Humvee. Looking to make some distractions. Harassing the haulers. And critical meds will start a tank-backed offensive. They're not going to inflict a lot of damage like that. Let's see how this works out. So now he's trying to get rid of those infantry using the mobility and the speed of the APCs. More APCs from AOD. He's got something in mind here. Oh, it looks like we have a yard sale. 2 war factories, and it looks like, let's go back and look at this. We got some harassment. We've got the offensive moving here. Good amount of infantry. Yes, he must have been just waiting. Catches a few there. But the tanks are going to put that down. And his second war factory, and there he goes. He's going to do a hard push from here. The APC's moving up. Ooh, squashes the tech. More tanks on the field. And now he's taking tanks against grenadiers. AOD did clear out his infantry support there. He's got a few coming back in. Pretty decent shootout, but he's starting to overpower him with the heavy tanks here. And the second time he's taken down that barracks. Nicely played. AOD will go after the haulers with his APCs, avoiding the tanks. Must be thinking he's going to use infantry too. Nope, he's got to call him back. No, he's going to go forward. He's just going to go up. Meanwhile, critical meds just wreaking havoc over here. The APCs are harassing as they go, but they're not contributing to what's going on in his base. 3 more tanks on the field. Ooh, that's another key hauling facility. Whoa. He's trying to run down those grenadiers, but oh, they're now meeting up with the tank group. That is a very wounded. He's going to clear his footing there. And that is key. That was a very far. That'll be hard to replace. That was a very key moment right there. Oh, and we have tanks in the mix here, but it might be just too little. Realizes he's in trouble. AOD knows that this is bad. He's selling his yard. But he's been handicapped here. I don't know if he can produce enough to stop this. And he gets the war factory, has to be sold. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yes, he has another one, so he's not out of the game, but man, critical meds is just wreaking havoc. Building tank, taking out haulers as he goes, keeping his force intact. Looking to turn this into a production. We have a group heading up the right side here. Well, this main fight is going on. Starting to even out a little bit. AOD's no schluck. He'll do what can be done. This is still a tough fight. His tanks aren't in good shape. He's getting outnumbered. That concentrated fire. Oh, there's a small group. He'll get the tech. No! Critical Med sees it, sells off in time. Ensuring that he doesn't have... He both gets the money and doesn't have a AOD tech fest in his rear. That didn't sound right, but... It is what it is. Sometimes things just aren't sounding right. Because they aren't. As far as AOD is concerned. This is just too overwhelming. So, it looks like the first match, Critical Meds will power through. Do what needs to be done to secure the first win. Congratulations, Critical Meds. Nice. Nice work. He's looking around. He's checking. See what's...
Yes, good way, sir.
See, now here he's working in the dark the whole time. He hasn't gone in and finished it because he hasn't had a chance to light that up. So,
Acknowledge. Yes,
meanwhile,
moving out.
AOD looking over the field, seeing what can be done. Sees the tanks moving in. And there's the sell-off. It's over. Alright, first round. Critical Meds.
Battle control.
It's an exciting matchup, as we expected. Expected nothing less. I love watching these guys play. Alright, moving to the next one. Alright, in our second bout, we have both jockeying for better field position. AOD coming in from the north. Take the Sweet Ridge line there. Critical Meds keep pushing up even further. He's going to be right in the middle there. Probably heard each other's yards deploying, so they have a good idea where each other's at. AOD wasting no time. Looking to get Grenadiers out there on the jump. He knows he's close.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
That's how close it is. Now they pretty much know
Reporting. Moving out. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, I'm
ready.
reporting. Got it.
it's on.
Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. New construction options.
Waiting.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Critical
ready.
Meds.
Unit ready.
The second barracks.
Unit lost.
AOD went with a hauler
Building.
first, so we'll see how this works out for production. Oh, he's using his hauler. On top of that, he's using his hauler as an offensive weapon here, so that could cost him later. We'll see how that works. He's got the overmatch. What can he do with it? He's going straight for the yard. And AOD is going to go ahead and sell. He's got 3 refineries and 2 barracks. A little vulnerable on power, but Critical Meds has got a second refinery going, so he is getting some production in. But he's mostly going for a hard push here. Looking to be highly offensive. He has the overmatch right now. And AOD will use his hauler. Oh my goodness, look at that. He's gone offensive with his hauler. He's still got 2 going, so he can still keep production going. And he's gonna take care so that the reinforcements are some jockeying there. He's coming back for these guys. Oh, he catches another one. Great use of the hauler. And that will end his run, but he bought himself a lot of time there. Time for production. If you look at the money, AOD has good money. Although so does Critical Meds. He has decent money right now. He has 2 haulers going. It's pretty even. Critical trying to get around, see if he can bypass AOD, the stopping force up that way. He can't let anything through here. Setting a nice screen up. Both guys trying to rally. Oh, look. He got a lone. He snuck around a lone Grenadier. He's trying to move that way. That caused him to pull back from there. He's still got his very wounded screen group up, but kind of at a standstill. Oh, look at that. Tech trying to make his way around. And he probably hoping he distracted him with that Grenadier in the back. We'll see. Nope. Oh, look, a war factory is down. Now, Critical Meds is looking to push the advantage of the production yard, of the construction yard, with vehicles. This is what he wants. He wants to try to contain. AOD knows time is not on his side. He has no way to answer the units if they get too many on the field, so. Critical Meds will sell his yard. Try to push out some vehicles. AOD hitting strong with the Grenadiers. Sneaking through. Oh my goodness, look at this. They're making an end run for the war factory. Those things go down like cardboard boxes in the rain. Will he do it? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're on it. There's no repair. Oh, the repair started. Is it too late? It's too late with one extra Grenadier. His second group moves up. He's leveled the playing field again. This is exciting, folks. Look at this. One power plant down. He's keeping a barrage on. Critical Med's using his hauler now. Bringing everything together. He's got to do time's not on his side now, so now he's got to make the push. It's a pretty beat up hauler. Let's see if it can get any work done. Nope, not much. And that screen is nicely in the right array. He's counter-striking. He's got a hauler going now. He's got one hauler working and one hauler that's going to front the battle here. So let's see. See what he can do here. He's got an overmatch. Try to run that tech over. Oh, but he turns. Oh, and he squishes another one. Oh, he got all of them there. Oh my goodness, give that hauler a medal. Give that driver something special. Look at him. His run is almost done, but now we've got an overmatch. Limited money. Critical Meds economy really hurting, and that's going to be a wrap. So that is game 2 going to AOD. And a 1-on-1 here. I like it. All right. Now for the third and final matchup between AOD and Critical Meds. Both moving for position here. This is going to be another tight one. Critical Meds finds his spot. AOD finds his spot. They're not far. They had to have heard each other deploy. Probably have a good idea where each other are at. They know they're close. This is going to be an infantry on infantry hate crime. GDI and GDI. Grenadier on Grenadier hate crime, I mean. Look at this. Here we go.
Building. Unit ready.
Grenadiers.
Complete.
Going at it.
Building.
Getting a nice array there.
Reporting, Roger. Reporting.
Got a couple trying to sneak around. This is so difficult.
Selected.
If you find yourself in the quick match, if you've ever found yourself in these, you know it's tough. You've got to control a lot of things at once. You got to get your buildings down really fast. Critical Meds go in with a massive barracks. He's looking to get angle. AOD keeping a nice array. Well, getting a couple grenadiers in the back there. They're left unattended. And he's got a tech. Tech is going for it. He had to sell, so that's one barrack down. Going for the second one. Now he's moving these guys. They're taking their shot. And he's going to let him sit. They're going to stand off there. They've got other things, other fish to fry at the moment. Ooh, look at that. He's got a solid 4-man barrage on that. He's going to knock back another barracks. Now the barracks are even. Ooh, he's doing some damage to that refinery there. Look at that. He's got a little group behind. And he's hitting them on both sides. This is going to be costly. Critical Meds turning his haulers into offensive weapons here. That one's badly out swarmed. All right, this is it. He had to sell his yard. They've both sold their yards now. Another barracks down. He's really got a. Well, he's got a tech there. Let's see what he can do with this tech. Critical Meds is going for the Hail Mary. Both have limited resources, but AOD is still hauling. Critical Meds cannot, so screening him. He's watching that tech. He says, I see your tech. I like the effort there. He's running. Oh, but the tech was taken. He's got a big force Grenadiers trying to get a raid. He's got a group moving up. AOD will sell his oil refinery, but for good purpose. Again, great use. Great use. It's pretty even here. I could go either way except for that hauler is going to make the difference, I think. Not really letting that Grenadier do too much. Now it's really getting... He's just trying to clear that guy out without giving anything away because it's dangerous here. He's going to try to squeeze out. Oh, that was key. Every single grenader can be the turning point, so running these little bastards down is key. Now he's working with a minigunner, using the hauler's coverage, and that's a wrap. So then, there you have it. AOD advances, critical meds eliminated in an exciting 3-round elimination. I love it. Great stuff, fellas. Later this week, we're going to go into some of their pregame warm-ups and show. This is neck and neck. You could go any given Sunday, see either one of these guys. I love it. This is what the Admirals Cup's all about. Check our next matchups would be Rashnagar versus Bronze Panic. 2-1. Tournament and we'll start with this one. Alright, so both moving to the tree line, deploying traditionally. Each moving out and north. And the infantry duel is afoot.
Ready. Building.
Yes.
Unit ready.
Ready and waiting.
Building.
Knowledge. Right away, sir.
Unit ready. Construction
Ready
complete.
and affirmative.
Building.
Moving out.
New
Waiting
construction.
Rashnagar right through the middle.
Unit
Ready
ready.
and waiting. Yes, sir.
Building.
Moving out.
Strangers passing in the night here.
Moving out.
Construction complete.
Both approaching each other's picket lines.
Construction complete.
He'll be stopped. He'll be stopped.
Roger.
Unit lost.
You got it.
And they pass each other north. Seems like both of them put a little more focus on that north.
On hold.
He has a picket in the north, so Rashnagar stop there.
Wait away, sir. Yes, sir. Wait away, sir.
Ooh, they pass each other.
Reporting.
And Bronze
Reporting. Moving out.
almost made it through, but hit a picket there.
Yes.
Rashnagar has pickets on the
Ready
southern
and waiting.
entrance, so he should be well covered.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Let's see if Bronze, yes, Bronze as well set up there. We have 3 haulers.
Roger.
2, 3 haulers.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
And we have
On hold.
Waiting order.
Cancelled.
the first
Construction complete. Unit
of
ready.
the airstrips.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Moving out.
Building.
Yes. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Moving out.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Waiting order.
Unit ready.
Moving out.
They have about an equal view of each other. They
Reinforcements
both know they've
have
gone
arrived.
north.
Moving out.
Building. On
Yes, sir.
hold.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Cancelled.
Waiting. Moving out.
Unit
Now it's
ready.
afoot.
Building.
Press up north. He's going to go ahead and use this opportunity to look for a soft spot and get a good recon run.
Unit ready.
Taking some hits from this will damage those guys a bit. That was a nice run though.
Reinforcements
Got a good
have
look.
arrived.
Pretty much got him lit up
Building.
now.
Unit ready.
Rashnaw's still in the dark about exactly what he's dealing with, but he knows the airstrip's up here, because both the movement of
Reinforcements
forces
have
as well
arrived.
as the airplanes did give
Unit
away. So
ready.
Moving out.
let's see what he
Construction
does.
complete.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes.
Reinforcements have arrived. Unit ready.
Kind of curious from his point of view, he's going to
Construction
press hard on
complete.
this north.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes.
Unit
He's got the
ready.
oversight, or the overmatch,
Unit lost.
Acknowledge.
at least for the moment.
Building.
Reporting.
Unit
Moving out.
lost.
Whittled that force down.
Reinforcements
Unit
have
acknowledge.
arrived.
Yes. Affirmative.
Unit
Acknowledge.
ready.
Get a better position. A turret goes down, he avoids the turret. Tries to south, but there's been a nice bronze panic to the good
Reinforcements have arrived.
good stop point there.
Unit lost.
Good coverage fire, very effective.
Building.
Unit report. Yes.
Rashnaw with another group already in place.
Lost.
Moving out. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
So, ooh, Rashnaw with a very big economic advantage. He has just been busy. He has been busy. Look at that. He's got a full stretch base, and he's got the. Let's see what Panic's looking at. Panic's aware that he's very, very spread out as far as his base. If he can,
Building.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to try something out.
Yes, sir.
Rashnaw is not going to let him get the chance. He's going to keep
Yes,
threatening
sir.
him,
Building. Construction
causing him to
complete.
rethink that southern deployment.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Unit
As that
ready.
spice field is more key to him.
Building. Construction complete.
Trying to draw them in.
Moving
Unit
out.
ready.
Acknowledge.
He's got to fight smart here. He's outnumbered.
Yes, sir.
It's
Construction
a dangerous
complete.
position.
Moving out. Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready. Building.
And there's a new force.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Moving
Building.
out.
This force will now act as a defensive guard. This group presses. He sees now, oh, you have not developed into the southern base.
Building.
I have the economic advantage.
Unit ready.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes.
Reinforcements
He
have
is going to
arrived.
act accordingly.
Building.
Unit reporting
Keep a
out.
threatening force there while he
Unit
regroups and gets
ready.
more units in there.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting.
Blocks this nicely.
Acknowledge.
This is a little exposed. That might be the window
Unit
opportunity.
lost.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements
Yes, sir.
have
Bronze,
arrived.
yeah. It's hard to say. This is a good overmatch, but
Unit lost.
there's still the force there. He's got good numbers on both sides. But time is not on his side. Rashnaw has the advantage of much better position for hauling. Bronze has been getting a little bit better on the kill ratio, but that North group is just going to get stopped in its tracks. Let's see what he's got to go with that. Keeping those there. Holding there. He's pressing south, but they're dogging him, so he's not going to get a lot done. That group will be converged on and destroyed. This group is holding, but he's going to try to use a distraction area attack, I see. Let's see. Drug a lot of units that way. They're going to catch up pretty fast. It's a lot of units to give up in his position. Rashnagar has just better position here all around, so all these attacks are running into a heavy stream of fire as they go around the edges. And that's just not going to work out for him. Rashnagar has wrangled overmatch on both fronts now. Ron's doing a good job of trying to keep his production up, but it's not successful in stemming either side or doing any breakthroughs, so time was not on his side. He needed to do something, but Rashnagar had way too much already waiting for him, so he's really pressing over here, holding in the north. Keeping his stuff pinned if they... Oh, he's going to move them now. Go for the overmatch here. Make sure no more backup comes this way. try to tie down those forces, but Bronze is going to go ahead and reinforce his south. He needs those haulers, but it costs him in the north here. Ashnagar is going to address this infantry production. Keep pressing his economic advantage. Now overtaking the numbers, so he's wearing them out and he knows it. Drawing this group out while regrouping. Away from the turrets, this is a better, it's nice and L-shaped, straight line of fire. Bronze has got to pull back to see if he can get him into his turret range and get some support there. He's built up a decent force here. He's on the move. Oh, but there's a laser tower there now. This is gonna get ugly. What do we have in the wings? Rashnagar has all the advantages and all the time. With his overpower, when he makes these engagement fights, even though he takes out key targets, he's still getting the better kill ratio, so production up. He could take some hits. A desperate infantry rush here. A few of them won't make it to the glorious last run. The gauntlet. Try for some type of crippling move, hoping something. Oh, he did get the yard cells. Congratulations. Nicely done. Bronze, I like that. Bronze is going to try to take some initiative in the south. See if he can't close this north group out. At least stem the tide of building, so that money is going to buy a lot of units. It's going to be tough, but if he could get good matchups and good terrain coverage, possibly make a. If Rashnagar makes a mistake, possibly he can find a way to come back. But it looks like it's not to be. The north is not going to hold against that. South will hold, but the north is just not enough. Rashnagar is going to go ahead and systematically wear down the entire northern front, and now launches a southern attack to make sure they cannot support. Keeping both forces pinned and ensuring the win. Just to be sure, he's obviously taken out the hollows. He systematically controls the field. And Bronze says, okay, you got it.
Battle control.
All right.
Terminated.
I believe that's both. Let me just double check something. I think we looked at both games, if I'm not mistaken. sorry, I had that. Okay, we looked at those games, so we need. I think Bronze Panic was the one I needed to check. Make sure we got rational about Bronze Panic. So I got a lot of exciting matches. I apologize for that. Second game, which we need to look at. All right. Bronze Panic and Rashnagar. The second match here. Traditional bridge line. One's moving back. They're both moving back. We have the infantry movement beginning.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Reporting. Roger.
Building.
Yes. Affirmative. Yes.
New construction options.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Moving out.
Building. Construction complete.
Reporting. Moving
Unit
out.
lost.
Nice exchanges.
Building.
It looks like
Roger.
Rashnagar and Bronze Panic see about the same.
Building.
Bronze Panic working the
Construction
angles.
complete.
Rashnagar working the outside.
Building. Unable to
We have
comply.
3 haulers
Building
going.
in progress.
Reporting out. Reporting.
For the T7.
Construction complete.
Rashnagar taking the economic advantage.
Building.
Bronze doing the same there. So it looks like he'll be a little ahead of him on his
Moving out.
discovering each other.
Ready and
Wait,
waiting.
no.
Wait, sir.
Bronze has not seen
Reporting. You got it.
Rashnagar yet.
Moving out. Ready and waiting.
Rashnagar is in the cookie draw.
Yes, sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Unit
Look.
lost.
Bronze is sneaking through the back now.
Ready and waiting. Reporting. Yes.
Damage there. Got a flamethrower. Very nice. Very nice Bronze. Look at that.
Waiting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
So close. So close. Both moving to the center.
Waiting.
Smiles full view.
Got it.
Bronze with a good idea.
No.
So it's on from here. 3 to 3, 4. Puts the barracks in place. Getting buggies on the field. Bronze on the back foot here. Either could start dropping turrets. Oh, there goes Bronze. He's going to start with a turret. There's a turret in response. Buggies converge. He'll go with a nice sell-in of the turret. Sees it is not going to work out. He's going to get the money for it. Get another turret up. Plus get some infantry on the field. I like that. This is intense. Buggies from both sides moving in. Both guys trying to hold their position. Desperately knowing that this is the battleground that's going to matter right here. We'll snake down into it. 1, 2, 3. 3 haulers. So long term, Rashnagar seems to have the better economic edge right now. He can hold at an even rate. Should be able to wear him down. He's got his turret going. This one's not getting repairs. Ooh. Bronze hurting for money. Yep, see that.
Cancel.
You can see the money over here. This is going to be where it makes a difference. This is going to be how it goes down. Bronze is just suffering for economic development here. getting overwhelmed in the middle. See what he's got in the back here. He's got a tech. He's gonna go for a last ditch effort. Rashnagar is unlikely to let that tech. Let's see what Rashnagar sees. Oh, he does not see that tech yet. He's not aware of that tech's movements. This tech is on a Hail Mary mission. We wish him luck. Ah, but there's Pickets down here. Will he take the wrong path? Let's see.
Building.
Will he take the wrong path?
Unit ready.
Oh, Rashnagar pulled him off.
Building.
The tech is on the move.
Construction complete.
It may not matter
Unit lost.
because the main fight is lost over here. He's done everything he could. He sold his yard. A last ditch effort.
Building. Unit ready.
A last ditch effort. Bronze will go for the yard. Will he get it? He will. He will get it. Go, Bronze, go.
Reinforcement.
It's a big force with nothing in the back to answer for it.
Ready. Building. Construction complete.
Panic's gonna do his best.
Action.
Mostly a sign of obstinance, but my God, that was beautiful. Not quite enough juice. He still didn't have, well, he did have money though, but he didn't have time. Time or power, so. Outstanding match, gentlemen. Rashnagar moves forward as Bronze Panic is eliminated. Oh, that was great. Loved it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, let's go ahead and exit. We look for our next matchups. All right. All right. It looks like our final matchup will be Sushilicious versus Uncle DJ. Let's get to it. If I'm not mistaken, we also now have Squidalicious. Or I'm sorry, Squidalicious. Sushilicious versus, if I'm not mistaken, Uncle DJ. Let's take a look at those games. Just one of my personal favorites. I love the spiral. I forget what they call this, but great map. I can occasionally do good on this map. I like it. Infantry scouts looking right away for Uncle DJ. Sushilicious will go with Refinery first. Both do fairly traditional deployments. This will be a TDI versus NOD competition. Exciting. Take a look at the infantry duel.
Construction complete.
Sushilicious not taking a big rush on this part.
Building.
Octopusing out.
Unit ready.
Sushilicious starting to work the peripherals.
Construction complete. Building. Unit lost.
5-1.
Construction complete.
DJ's
Building.
passing
Building.
helicopter. Let's see how he uses this. Taking it straight. Meanwhile, though,
Unit
she
lost.
did get to the door. Get to the front door there. He's going to cut these guys down. Nice work with the Apache. Very sweet. Very nice. But Sushi is expanding quickly.
Building.
His secondary on the south side of the map. Uncle DJ.
Building. Unit
Traditionally moving
ready.
outward while securing his base.
Construction complete. Building.
Yeah, there's troublesome force
Unit
there.
ready.
There's helicopter on it. Use that bad boy wherever you can. Getting his buggies going.
Building. Construction complete.
Establish.
Building. Unit ready. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Says Sushilicious has a bit of an advantage here at the economic side of it, but
Building.
was primarily due to his aggressive
Unit
use of the grenadiers and infantry.
building selected.
Now he's gonna have to take it. We'll see how it goes. He's gonna take more of a defensive posture.
Our base is under attack. Building.
Attack.
Unit ready. Building.
Moving right into it. See that helicopter doing something. It's gotta be tough moving back and forth, you know. There it is. There it is.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready.
Doing a good job of keeping the pressure on.
Construction complete.
Not getting huge
Unit
gains, but
building.
Sushi takes the initiative.
Unit lost.
Go for a
Unit lost.
grenadier death squad.
Our base is
See if we
under
can catch him off guard.
Unit lost.
Takes the soft power plants.
Construction complete. Low power. Building.
Coverage.
Unit
Now he's losing some units here.
ready.
Sushi making the most of those infantry.
Building.
Now he's got tanks.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
This fight is getting tougher by the minute. Meanwhile, Sushi's production is looking pretty good. Let's see how everyone's
Cancel.
good.
Unit ready. Building.
It's just taking a little too long to get that raw. Hard to cover. Got tanks on the field. He's taking all his units to try to cover this side. It's gonna be rough. The fight gets harder from here. He's gonna have to fall for something. Yeah, good hold action here, though. They're distracted with the hull. Sushi definitely is interested in keeping the production edge on his side. So his tanks is very little to answer for these over here. It's just too much. Sushi taking any soft targets but preferring to go for the hauling. Out of the outcome, even if he stops him on this run, he's done a lot of damage. There's more infantry. This constant flood of pressure. Very brutal assault. Very brutal. Sushi, great work with the tanks. It's, well played. It's brutal. It's the kind of game I watch. It inspires me to want to play GDI, but it's so difficult to really pull off. That was beautiful. Outstanding. I like the initial impact that the helicopter had, but maybe it was just too distractionary. I don't know. This was a tough fight. I liked it. All right, so that's one for Sushi.
Battle control terminated.
This must be the second one. Alright, both going for the yard to the back of the tree line. Interesting. Sushi takes the inside. And TJ takes the outside. Oh, never mind. They're both taking the outside. Alright, the infantry duels afoot.
Unit ready.
Direct scouting
Building.
going.
Construction complete. Unit ready. New construction. Building.
You're looking to get some far out flankers going.
Construction complete. Building.
Right away, starting. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Got it. Ready. Reporting. Yes, right away, sir. Reporting away, speak out.
Construction complete. Building. Construction
Reporting.
complete.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit lost.
Yes.
Construction complete.
Vehicle reporting.
New construction.
Got the helicopter again.
Building.
Unit reporting.
Construction
Good
complete.
time, really.
Unit ready.
Yes.
Building.
Moving out. Affirmative. Got it. Affirmative.
Oh, don't look down there, he says. He's got 3 hollows, so he's keeping production. Oh, look at that, he's got a tech.
Reporting. Yes.
Try something fancy, I see.
Yes, affirmative.
Let's see what Sushi sees. I'm sure he probably did catch that there's a tech coming, but he's...
Construction
Ready.
complete.
Waiting. Not a problem.
Building.
Right away, moving out.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
Right away, affirmative. Moving out.
Building.
Got it. Right away, sir.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
all but one.
Unit ready.
No, right away, sir.
Sushi heavy infantry. Oh, there's the tech. Oh, go little... Oh, no, that's not the tech.
Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit.
Oh, that infantry might have alerted him.
Unit ready.
Oh, that's going to make the tech job harder. That might have been a mistake there.
Selected.
Let's see what Sushi does.
Building. Unit lost. Building.
Pocket.
Unit ready. Building.
Moving out. Yes, yes, sir.
I believe Sushi knows there's a tech there.
Yes, sir. Yes, moving out. Yes, sir. Unit serving out. Acknowledge.
We'll see if this is a...
Yes, sir.
Well, we have some action over here, some buggies.
Moving out. Yes, sir.
Uncle DJ going to get some, try to get some mobility,
Construction
Yes, sir. Moving
complete.
out.
whittle down some of these guys.
Yes, sir. Moving out.
Unit
Try
ready.
to
Yes, sir.
duck and weave, pick them off, spin them out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Unit
These
ready.
infantry are just going straight for it.
Building.
yes, sir. Moving out. Unit.
I love this patiently waiting.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Unit. Unit.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Construction complete. Building.
Oh, he's got tanks, but he's got
Construction complete.
good line on those guys right there.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, unit.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Yes, moving out.
Building.
Affirmative. Unit moving out.
Unit lost.
Sushi with the double. He's gonna start pumping tanks out fast.
Building.
Yes.
Unit
DJ is aware of the problem, but
building. Unit ready.
not properly equipped to deal with a rapid grenade rush. This is gonna get ugly.
Unit ready.
That might have been
Building.
a fateful moment in the game right there.
Unit ready.
10 killers are down.
Construction complete.
He's got a horde. These guys can't do much about that.
Unit ready.
Yikes.
Building. Unit ready.
He's gonna be able to wreak a lot of havoc. There are 2 ways about it.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Although he is using the,
On hold.
that's costing, got him with the holla. Ouch. Meanwhile, he must be,
Unit
he's working a second battle group over here.
building. Unit lost.
That's why there's a slight delay in the unit replies, but still, oof. Yeah.
Unit ready.
Unit moving out.
Building. Unit lost. Construction complete. Our base is under
Oh, he's striking back though. He's going straight for the yard. Nice shot. Like that.
Unit lost.
Oh, he pulled off.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
Oh, regrouping, I see. He's gonna get it.
Building. Unit ready.
He's gonna try to cripple him.
Unit ready.
It'll be hard though with just 3, 2.
Building.
Yeah, it's time to withdraw.
Unit ready.
Meanwhile, another spice refinery goes down. Let's see something real quick.
Unit
Go
ready.
back and take a look at that. What's going on over here? Infantry. Oh, and then this group. So while this was in the works here, there was this. And then these guys went here. But while that was going on, these guys were sitting there. They go for that. These guys get isolated. And Sushi Alicious catches the better of that confrontation. A lot of buggies here though, I like this. Might strip those infantrymen down. He's watching something else, he must be on a counterattack, yes, oh, but this is well handled. Slow his production. He's got a minigunner response. This is probably in whoever is managing this better. He's gonna withdraw there. Gets the war factory down. Uncle DJ with 97 kills. He's doing a lot of damage, but Sushi just keeping the pressure on. He's holding this attack as best he can, but he's running thin on anti-infantry. Helicopter's going down. Oh, there goes that. Just couldn't stop that rush. What a good ground game. Love it. I do love it. He's got more coming in the back. Small. There's nothing to be done now. He's getting the better of it. It's hard to even recover with the constant pressure on every front. Blue has just done too much damage. Too much left over. Prognosis. I could be wrong. We'll see. He's gonna take some more production. Probably a good call to sell that, but still, that's leaving him with one. Yikes. There's another group here with tanks. Well, still pushing the other side as well. Helicopter back online. Just constant. These tanks give a lot of cover. They haul a lot of damage. Oh, Grenadier overrun. Grenadier overrun. Tanks in the wire. Oh. Shielding the infantry to do their work. Another key structure lost. Constant stream of blue. Doing an outstanding job of street scrapping this one out with infantry and tanks. And a very well played defense by Uncle DJ. Very well done, gentlemen. This was a very intense match. So close. I mean, there's still life in the heart of it, but whew. Hope is fading fast over here. And he's going to call it. All right, so Sushi-alicious wins. Uncle DJ falls behind. So Sushi will be moving forward. All right, so a quick summary of who's moving forward. Campaign player will face off Vicious Kid. The Black Templar will fight DM Raider. Peasy will take on AOD Gaming. Rash Nagar 206 will take on Sushi-alicious in another exciting week of the Admirals Cup. I'm Admiral Starquest. Thank you for joining us. It's been my greatest pleasure to feature these outstanding players in this extraordinary event in 2021. We'll see you next week. And good hunting.